It's coming up now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, which is cool. We still all that bull crap stuff didn't work now.
We can make it work.
Yeah, we'll do it again. All right,
Yeah.
let's see. Now we got to go to. We're in public. All right, we are on.
You sure?
Well, I'm not sure about anything, but it looks like we're on. My son says we're on, so that's.
I believe your son. Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta have my pretty face up there. Hey, I'm here.
What's up? Yep, I see you.
All right, hey guys, welcome to Facebook Live. We're here with Andiasean Johnson. I have been honored to know Andiasean. Well, I say that term loosely. He's a great guy, but we do go back and forth each other. He's trying to I think he's trying to be like me with that facial hair. I don't know. You need to put a little gray in there to make it look good.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
I'm telling you, women love the salt and pepper look. So you might want to just get you some.
Man, I'll be 31 in like a few weeks, man. We still got plenty of time to go. Great.
Baby, good gosh. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Jerry Martin. We been in business for, I don't know, 20 or self-employed for over 20 years. Since then, owned 30 different types of businesses. Been in the fitness business for the last 10, 11 years. And since then have been honored and blessed to own with me and my wife and my partner, Joey, 20 different clubs in the last 11 years, which is amazing. We also put on a conference once a year. It's the Fitness and Retention Conference this year in Atlanta, Georgia, September 22nd, 23rd. If you want to be on our list, our email list to get the early bird special, Zach's going to post a link below this video. And if you click on that link, you will also get last year's speakers. So all the great speakers we had last year was an amazing event. Andiasean can contest to that because he was there. So yeah, definitely do that. Today I have Andiasean Johnson. He owns a club in Athens, Georgia, so a college town. So anybody out there with a college town can relate to Andiasean.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, go Dogs. And Andiasean's been in business for about a year and a half. And I know we posted his great mistakes. We're going to hold off on the mistakes. So we're going to talk about what you're doing, a few things inside your club, maybe look around your club a little bit, and then we'll talk about your mistake because we just don't want anybody else to make the same mistake. And so we'll go from there. So Andiasean, kind of introduce yourself. Tell us, your wife, how many kids you have, what got you into fitness business.
All right, cool. Well, like you said, I'm Andiasean Johnson. My wife, Kendra Johnson, does help out a lot. She's my partner in crime as far as being able to run the day-to-day duties of this business. I got 3 sons, 3 beautiful sons, no girls. My wife did not want those. She's a tomboy.
No boys.
I know, right? So it's pretty cool. They're 9. One just turned 3 on Monday, and the other one will be 2 in October. Very busy family, sports all over the place. It's all amazing. They're wrestling. It's all fun. It's perfect.
So how close are they together in ages?
Yeah, 17 months. Somebody told me they're like Irish twins or something like that. Like they're not really twins, but they're close enough to where we dress them alike and everything.
So do you have a TV in your house, or you just make babies all the time? What's up with that?
Yeah, so
anyway, fast. I'll buy you a TV to slow yourself down.
There you go. We're done.
So take us around your club, show us around. I definitely want to show them your skiers because they're unique. Not many.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show us around your club. I see some stars in the background. You can tell us about what that's. But Gordon, show us around the club, and then we'll talk about the stars next.
All right, cool. So let me flip the camera real quick. I think nope, not quite. I still see me. There we go.
Thank
all right, cool.
Goodness, no more Andiasean.
Yeah, no more me.
I noticed how your head filled that screen up. I just.
So yeah, so here we have, of course, the classic battle ropes, but along over here on the anchors, we actually have some APT straps. So it's pretty cool stuff. I'll show them to you. So we do,
using anchor point. Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely using anchor point. Pretty cool when you do like bear crawls and stuff. You feel that resistance. So it's an awesome way to definitely add another element to your workouts.
Yeah, I want to say while you're taking this around, I want to say those of you who are still using TRX, it took us a while. Took my wife a while in her club to go to anchor point But when she did,
it's a game changer.
It is. You can do so much with them. So definitely check out Anchor Point. He will even, my understanding, he'll buy your TRX straps from you as a trade-in. So definitely check that out. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Oh,
no, you're good. You're good, man. Got my little Star Wall. We can come back to that a little bit later, unless you just want me to talk about it now.
No, we'll wait. I'll see you around your club. I like your boxes there. Good, nice.
Yeah. They turn over to 3 different sizes. So we have 20, 24, and 30.
Is there any blood? Is there any blood on the edge of them boxes?
Let's see. I think we're good. There you go. Got my little camera that just got installed today.
So you got a camera system in there.
Yep, got the camera system is being installed this very moment, actually. So I'm excited about that for sure. All right, cool. So got the ski ergs. This is something that you were wanting me to show. Made by the same company that makes the typical rowers Concept 2. Love these things. I can't talk enough about them. For one, if you're in one of those owners that, you're tight for space, it clears up the floor space for you. But because it's a ski erg and because of the type of system that it uses, you could do a lot more things with it. You don't have to just do the classic ski erg. We do reverse lunges off of them. We've even been able to do like baseball swings with them, all kinds of crazy stuff to add resistance, work on your core, work on your lower body, everything. So it's awesome. It's awesome stuff. We love it.
I think comparably in price, they're actually cheaper than the rowers. I think they're about $700 a piece.
I mean, if you look at it too, I think it comes with like a 1.5 feet away from the floor. So you're talking about massive floor space that you save by using these.
Right. And a lot of exercise you can do with tricep extensions too.
Oh yeah. Big time. Good
cardio piece too. All right. Move on.
We'll try to keep.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. So some more padding on the wall that we just installed today as well, along with some of the other APT straps. So the cool thing about the APT system, you can use it all as one massive system, or you can break it down into individual parts. So it's pretty cool. But you see, we have the padding here. We were having some issues with the wall being chipped by the straps. So I actually went to my local Academy Sports, spent less than $200 to get all this padding, and you just get some liquid glue. You can put it together, but now I don't have to worry about my walls being chipped up or having to always go back and paint over it. And so that saved a lot of time. It's going to save a lot of money too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you may see a little bit of junk on the floor because of it. Of course, we have some dumbbells over here, your kettlebells, your medicine balls, some resistant bands to do some other things with, some slides, some Bosu balls. So, we have a lot of the traditional things that you'll see in your fit bodies.
Right. And how many square foot do you have there?
I have a total of 2,400 square feet. With that being said, 1,600 of it is actually workout space.
How many people can you get on the floor at the same time?
Comfortably with 2 coaches, it's 30. 30 is like the sweet spot, 25 to 30.
All right, and you have child care. So a lot of clubs don't have child care. Is it? Do you have somebody watching the kids? How's that work?
It's a game changer. So the cool thing about our child care is we're not like other gyms where you can come in there and work out for like 2 hours at a time. All right, so we're only in here for 30 minutes. And so what I've actually worked out, I do have a couple of part-time employees. Yeah, there you go. But I also I've did a trade out. So I have one of my clients she'll help, and she's on the schedule as well. And so it saves me money. It gives her something to do because she's a stay-at-home mom. They're back there coloring puzzles, all that good stuff. And it didn't cost much. So it's a very low-cost thing. And when people hear free childcare, I'm telling you, man, it changes the way people look at your gym. Right. It's like that little $5 or $10 that they're trying to save means the world to them. And so it's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, and I think you guys are doing it the same as my wife does, which basically it's more of a sitting service. So basically, if your child cries, needs a diaper change, needs to be fed, you got to come off the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a full-blown child care at all.
Gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some things that have made you successful or changed the environment or changed some things in your gym. And I know it's the stars on the wall, so if you want to tell us about what you're doing there, would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll flip the camera real quick so you can kind of see it. And so, thanks to Jerry, guys. I don't know if you know it, but he also is a great coach, great mentor. And he introduced me to Maslow's hierarchy. And one of the things that I really wanted to implement in our gym was an actual reward system. And so if you're looking at the stars, and I'll kind of get a little closer so you see it. You got 25 there and 50 over here and 150 right there. And so what it is it's a way for all of my clients to reach some level of success, but also gives them something to shoot for. So we just acknowledge once they get their first 25 sessions. So that comes within the first month or two. And so they quickly get a star up. We take a picture of it. We put it on Facebook. Their friends get to congratulate them. It's awesome. Our next threshold is 50. And then anything after that is 100. And then we do them in increments of 50. So you can have a gold star of 100. But then, after 50 more, you can get a new star of 150, and we'll take the picture each time. And so that's a pretty cool concept. The members are falling in love with it. It costs me absolutely nothing, really. I go to Michael's and buy a little pack of stars, and we just write it down. And we just check their attendance every single Monday, and each Monday we update it. So it's pretty cool.
I'm laughing because I used to own a daycare business at one time. I was Mr. Jerry. And it's so funny that star systems work in schools or in daycares, or, we're all about getting the stars. Even as we grow up, it's like, oh, I get a star. It's amazing how that psychology works. And they still love that acknowledgement of doing so.
Yeah.
Definitely that. I did want to stop for a commercial break. The commercial break is going to be, hey guys, if you're watching this, you know how Facebook Live works. The more you share, so share this out to any of the owners that you think would benefit for these. We're going to have these interviews once a week. We have Chad Smith coming on next week. He actually owns a studio. I think it's it's not even a Fit Body Boot Camp. So I'll get some more information on that. He's actually going to speak at our conference. So next week's pretty cool. Need some heart, some loves, comments. Please comment. The more you comment, the more shares, the more hearts you give us, the more Facebook promotes this out. And again, this is a free for everybody. And it's really about sharing knowledge about what Andiasean's doing in his club, and then what Chad's going to do in his club to help hopefully spark some ideas to help in your club. So that's enough for the commercial break. We're going to let you go ahead and so you through with the star thing, right?
Yeah, I got the stars. So I got the sessions. I do have other stars that we use for like weight loss and inches. So we have that as well. So there's more than just the sessions. We have the non-scale rewards, but we also still reward them for seeing those minor successes and then those big successes on the scale and also in the inches as well. So we have that as well.
So I have to ask because so what are you using to track measurements and assessments and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. We went from the finally outdated dinosaur stage of paperwork, and we finally start using the MyFit members. It's amazing. It's incredible. And it actually saves a lot of time too as well. And so what happens is now that all of your clients now have this application that they're using as a software that I use, that I'm looking at it from a laptop. Now they go in, they put their measurements in, they put their weigh-ins in. And so not only can they see it at any given time, but we can see it. So when you're talking about retention, because that's really why I use that app more than anything is retention. When someone comes to you and say, hey, what's going on? Well, we can start looking at everything because that app also allows them to take pictures of their food. And so if someone says, well, I'm not losing weight, well, I'm going to say, well, hey, you're not taking pictures of your food. And if you're not taking a picture of it, I can only assume that you're not doing what you need to do to help you get to your destination and what you're trying to accomplish. So it puts some of that accountability, or a lot of that accountability, actually back onto the actual client. But it also helps you gauge and coach them and try to figure out ways to help them to success as well. So now we get to share in this goal searching versus us have this magic wand, and apparently our 30-minute boot camps and giving them a food list is going to help them lose weight and tone up. They still have work to do. And so this allows them to see that.
So, and this is, guys, this really wasn't set up. I love hearing the feedback, and I don't think I haven't talked to you in a while to see how that's working for you.
No.
How's your clients relating to the lessons? How are they liking what's being taught?
They're loving every aspect of that app. It actually was overwhelming, the amount of people that liked it, to the point where they're like, hey, I tried to take a picture of my food. I'm going to take another one. Can you see this? Can you see that? I mean, it's everything. We get, in all honesty, no lie, I get more emails now about what them wanting to do X, Y, and Z within the app, or did you get my measurements? Or, hey, did you see what I ate? Because they know we're checking. Yeah. We have a check system, and they know that we're going to look, and they know that it has in-app messaging, so we can communicate. And like literally the in-app messaging is not fast enough, so they'll send you a text. So it's crazy, because at least it lets you know they're actually taking it serious. They're using it. And so they get the results. They're the stars that are going up on the board. So they're constantly feeling that success,
I promise you guys, I'm not paying him for this. I didn't know he would go this deep into it, but thank you. I love hearing the feedback. So thank you for that. So let's move on. You was telling me on the phone the other day about something you do, weekly meetings, and that's really Tell us about that.
All right, so once again, this is one of your things, dude. Why do I feel like I'm praising you too much? Let me shut up. But it was your idea.
Don't.
It was your idea, though, so I got to give credit where credit's due. We sat down and you started introducing me and some other owners that you coach to Maslow. to Maslow's hierarchy and just starting to just function on that need, and other different needs that a person needs to feel to help us with retention and really grow in our program. And so what I did was I kind of looked at it and said, well, yeah, my clients could use it, but my coaches could use it too. And so I actually put it on my coaches. So we meet once a week, and every single week we look at this same pyramid, and every single week we talk about what's going on in their personal lives that they're willing to share, what they're seeing in boot camp, what they're seeing out of their clients, and how I can actually utilize that to help them grow so they can help others grow, because you got to continue to grow yourself and then grow the team around you so they can help all these other people grow. And it just becomes this domino effect. And so we use it all the time. We do the meetings. We downloaded Voxer. Vox is amazing because now we get to actually say what we want to say. Yeah, it's awesome because, you know, things do get lost in translation when you're just reading an email or reading text. Right. But when you get to hear my voice and I'm joking around and saying, awesome job, or, hey, guys, can we look at this? It takes it puts the tone back into it. Right. So it takes that I don't want my clients, my trainers and coaches to kind of fear me or think they've done something wrong. It's just that when we need to correct something, they can hear it and be like, oh, okay, cool. That's what he's talking about. All right, awesome. And so I love that aspect of it as well. So it's growing us tremendously right now.
Right. So Andiasean talks 1,000 miles an hour. So I'm going to break this down. I love you. His excitement is amazing. Voxer. If you haven't seen Voxer, everybody who I've actually had turned on to it, they love it. It's like a walkie-talkie. You can think about the old Nextels. When you want to send a message, it's a voice message. You can actually hear what's going on. So what I try to teach is really getting out of the surface level. Most everybody operates in surface, and that's, hey, how you doing today? How's the weather? How's your family? Blah, blah, blah. Let's take it down a notch. Let's really get into, hey, let me talk about what problems you may be having, and really getting into needs of a person and really studying the 6 basic needs and really getting in there. And that's what I've been talking to Andiasean about. And that's what Voxer is so important too, because it takes it from a non-feeling text to really, you can put some emotion behind your voice and say, God, I just want to tell you, you run an amazing class today. Yeah. They can hear that in your voice, and you talking about, when they hear that in your voice, it really pumps them up. It's a difference between a text going, hey, you had an amazing class today.
It's amazing.
You had an amazing class. You blew it away. You just can't do it. So Voxer is where it's at. So if you don't take anything out of this, Voxer will definitely bring your team close together. You can set up groups in there so you can group everybody back and forth. So yes, Voxer is amazing. So the weekly meetings, you guys just talk about what your members and each of them's clients and kind of go through their needs and making sure everybody.
Yeah. So I'm big on being able to reward clients and show them off to the public, kind of just like, hey, they're doing great. Right. So if you're a friend of mine on Facebook and you see it, I post a ton. It goes out, but my clients love it. So that's part of our meeting. The other meeting is to say, okay, this is what we have going forward. So if there's any promotions going on, or if there's something going on within our sessions, or if we're like doing a seminar, all those different things, we talk about that or whatever. Our goal setting is happening in that as well. So like I said, it's helping us grow the business. So what happens is I was really bad about it, and you can probably tell from the interview. I do a lot of thinking and I do a lot of talking. And so what happens is there's so much information going out. My coaches weren't retaining everything. And so it's allowed, I know, right? So it's allowed us to slow down so they know exactly what I'm talking about. There's less frustration on my part on why something did or didn't happen, because those meetings, they get to really see, okay, this is where we're going. This is what he's doing. And so we put things in place. We put a system in place to where anytime one of us may post on Facebook or send out an announcement, we tag each other in it. So no one could ever know, well, I didn't know that was going on or what was happening. So perfect example. My wife has been under the weather for the last few days. I mean, incredibly sick. So I've been at home taking care of her. And I just started a challenge last week, and we just finished our detox yesterday. All right. Now, typically, it was awesome. The pictures are going up today. And so here I am thinking, oh, crap. Today's the last day of the detox. I got to go measure people. My wife's sick. What do? I get here, and I talked to Coach Michelle, because she's my full-time coach. And I'm like, man, I forgot to let you know, man, today was the last day of the detox. What's going on? She was like, I knew. Remember, we had a meeting. I was like, well, did you get any measurements? She was like, I got like 12 this morning before 5:45. I said, oh. And so that in itself just calmed me back down. And it made me feel great, because our meetings were so impactful now that I don't even have to always remember to do everything. Everyone knows what to do, because we finally put the system in place. And so here she is walking around all giddy and clapping her heels together because she's doing what she's supposed to do. And I get to say, awesome job. You did it. You saved me, because here I was with all the stress of life going on. I had forgot about it. And so it was awesome. So that's been a big help.
Yeah, making sure employees are engaged in every aspect of business, it really empowers them to want to do more. So I love what you're doing there. I know we haven't talked. Have you started the Pay It Forward program with your members, or is that something you're going to be looking at?
Haven't started yet because I do want to make sure we didn't cover it in this meeting because we talked about it before we had our group meeting. I mean, after we had our weekly meeting. So in our next weekly meeting, we'll bring it up because once again, my coaches know every single thing that I'm doing. So when certain questions are being asked, they know how to handle it if for some reason I'm with someone. And so we're going to be doing that. And I've already picked aside the particular clients I know I'm going to use. They're going to be good for it. So I'm excited about that part of it as well to help take some of that pressure off of who they're keeping up with off of them.
I'm laughing because my son keeps handing me sticky notes. 20 minutes in.
All right.
It's like, all right, fine. All right. So the big one, tell us about your mistake.
The big, okay.
The oh crap moment where I was going, dude, don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. So we hear all the time as owners, man, your job is to try to work less and play more and enjoy life. And so we got to this place where, we were blessed to really work our tails off and have a lot of clientele come in.
I mean, you had over 240 members at that time, right? Something like
that. Okay. I was sitting at 237 is right where it was at exactly. Okay. And within our first year, we made back every single dime that was invested. So that was awesome. So we were at a great place. The profit margins were good. I'm thinking I got a system in place because I had two great employees and I hired what I thought was another third great employee. And so I say, man, the gym is running itself. So being in a college town is really quick. It's really easy to kind of get caught up in the hype. Every other client that comes in, they're a PhD student or they're a professor or whatever. And so here I am thinking, well, you know what, man, let's go see what college is all about again. So I made a huge mistake, okay? Because not only did I go back, the gym was running itself so well in my mind that I went back full time. I went back and I'm taking 12 hours as a traditional student, essentially on campus, listening to professors talk, doing group assignments. And all while that was happening, my gym was slowly dying on me. And I had no clue because I talk about systems, but one system I didn't really have in place was looking at my numbers and staring them down on a continuous rate. I was like, I look at them and then I look at the bank account. I'm like, okay, we're okay. And that's what I was doing. And it ended up stinking really bad. And I'll tell you why it was a big mistake. Because I looked up and I thought, man, a lot of my people are canceling. When my classes were at 20, 25 people, why are there only 7 people showing up? And what happened was because of the time that I wasn't here, I realized I had made a bad hire. He was running people off, not to my knowledge. A lot of people didn't want to be a part of the program. They were moving around the times they were working out. And it got to a place where I was handling these cancellations. They give me a 60-day notice. I take it. I process it. I give it to Michelle and my wife. Right. They put it in the system. Well, those 60 days came by. They came by right around February, March, when that started to really happen. And I looked up and we were under. Okay, can you hear me now?
I don't know.
Yay?
How's it going over there? Hey, Andiasean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know if your internet. What's it?
Can you hear me now?
All right, yeah, let's do it now. So yeah, okay. I'm sorry, you're back. You're just breaking in and out. I don't know if it was internet or what, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So long story short, 60 days came by. I look up. I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm like, oh crap, where did all these people go? So I've lost almost 100 clients because some of the contracts had expired, some of them were canceling, and I had no clue. And 100 clients at a price point of $147, you guys do the math. It was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot. Yes. And I was like, whoa, what happened? I thought I could do both of these things. You can't do it. And I was told by another great coach of mine, Joey Stewart, and he said, man, your gym is your baby. Now, he said, if you had a newborn baby and you were taking care of it, would you just drop it off and leave it with people and never really go back and check on it? Would you not make sure the diaper was getting changed? Would you not make sure the baby was getting fed? Would you not make sure that all these things were going on when that was happening? Right. And I was like, wow. And so that analogy really made me think. So what I had done, I had gotten my baby. We had our baby. We nurtured it all the way up to a strong and healthy standpoint. And then I walked off before my baby learned how to walk and talk.
So
and
you left your baby in the middle of the mall, right?
I mean, essentially that's what I did.
Yeah.
You know, I abandoned my child. And here I am, the one source that's supposed to nurture this child. This child is mine. This child is going to have my personality, is going to have my DNA, but I leave. And so now there's a lot of gaping questions if you were to do that in real life. What was going on? Where did I get this from? Where did this happen at? And so things happen. So, the good thing is the last month I've reinserted myself 100% back into the gym, waking up early and getting here early and seeing everything. Of course, like I told you guys at the beginning, how the cameras are going up. I've been able to take care of a lot of cosmetic things that, once again, wasn't able to take care of because I wasn't here. And right now, the membership base is growing back up. We've started a challenge. The last challenge, we retained more people. With my last orientation, we signed 85% on the spot for 12 months and another 4% on 3 months. So you're talking about we had a total of 89% actually convert as true clients. I know for a fact they're not going anywhere. Once the detox pictures go up today, they're not going anywhere, but I'm here now. And so I came up with my new motto. It's kind of like, I want to make sure that I'm always at least one high five away. Right. And in order for that to happen, I have to be here, and my mind has to be here, and my focus and energy has to be here, and it can't be anywhere else.
All right. So I want to say a couple of things. One, while you're on that subject, is I would recommend you to be totally transparent. Send an email out or video. Video's better with it in there. That I'm sorry, I screwed up to your members. These are going out to the members that you failed, basically, and say, hey, I thought I needed a further education. I let you guys down. I'm willing to, to make it up to you. Come on in. We'll give you 3 months. We'll do whatever. But be totally transparent about your mistakes, because when you are, you're going to see that people are going to be more open, because everybody makes mistakes. The problem is everybody don't own up to their mistakes. Including me. So when I started learning to really own up to my mistakes and really handle it, then you see people, you see more love. So I would recommend you doing that. You may get some of them clients back in there. They probably left your baby, which is them, and they probably left to get ice cream, and you can get them back. You just got to have
we actually have,
okay,
so
cool.
part of my process and something that I put in my daily routine is to go back and get the people. Hey, what is it why did you really leave? Or is there something I can do to help you get back in the program? And for a lot of those people, they're like, okay, well, let's get it back in. So I've actually signed up of about, I want to say it was like 15 people that I lost way back when that have finally come back. And that was just, when I first started making these phone calls about a week ago. So on that average, I'll be able to really pick myself back up along with, the new traffic that we have from the challenges. And now we can be back at a place that's respectable. And I can go ahead and continue my goal and reaching that 400, 500 member mark, which I feel like is totally doable in my market.
Perfect. Another thing I want to say, I kind of put my finger up the head when you're talking about college. I believe in education. Don't get me wrong. I believe there's a good place for college. You're going to be a doctor, lawyer, something in that field. But when you're in business, you can go to college and learn the foundations of business, but they really don't teach you the business world. Yeah, you're shaking your head. It's really self-taught. And if you're on this and you see this, and you're not reading books on a weekly basis to improve yourself, to improve your team, to better in business, there's so many books out there. I read a book a week at least, and I've learned so much. I've learned by talking to great people like Andiasean and other owners. It just feeds me with knowledge. So there's so much more you can learn in the industry that you don't have to go to college for if you want to be a businessman. I mean, Ross Perot never went to college, and he's a multimillionaire. Donald Trump, I don't know if he went to college, but he's a president.
Right.
If he did, somebody made him. I don't think he did on his choice. But it's like, you're not getting a trust fund unless you finish college. Oh, Dad, okay, fine. So I did one other thing we missed. I know you didn't talk about it. We wrote it down, but you talked about now you're doing exit interviews and you require that. So
So that's good. So talking about the cancellations, like I had mentioned, we were just putting them in, letting them go. So now we have to where we do a 30-day notice with an exit interview. And I tell my clients that's a great way for me to get feedback about my program. I understand not everyone is going to be here forever. And I understand that things happen in life. People move away. We're in a transient town. But I want you to do one thing. I want you to pay it forward as far as helping me get better so that the next people that come in, I can actually help them hit their results and get their goals and all that good stuff. And so now what I found out is when people want to cancel, we're there. We're there.
Wait, we're going to go over a little bit, guys, but go ahead.
All right, cool. But we're almost done. We're almost there. But I started doing the exit interviews, and I can tell you just in the last 2 weeks alone, my wife and I doing these exit interviews and communicating with our clients via email and face to face, we've saved about 15 cancellations.
Oh my gosh!
Because a lot of it was I wasn't doing what I needed to do. I know I had the app out there. They'll tell you it's everything in the world because they won't want to admit that they're the screw up. But when you have that exit interview with them, a lot of times you'll find out it was just a lack of effort on their part. And so you just have to fine tune how you hold them accountable.
Yeah, and I found the best way to do that is really, like I said earlier, when you're sitting down in an exit interview, you first talk about, hey, I go through the same problems. It may not be weight loss, but I have dipped out on a few things that I started and stopped, and I regret doing that. And I don't want you to do the same thing. And you may go into deep because when they can relate to you, they're going to open up and talk more. So definitely the exit interviews. I love it. Are you doing a 30? How does that work? Do you a 30-day or 60-day notice? How do you get them to the exit interview? That's the biggest thing.
All right. So it's a 60-day notice or it's a 30-day notice with an exit interview. But the crazy part is they take the 60-day notice way and I still do the exit interview. I still email them. So really it's their way of, because the exit interview will require you to approach me in person. The 60-day notice will just require you to do it in writing, which is easier for most people. So I let them take the easier way out and just email me just so I can do my exit interview anyway.
Right. So and if you like a lot of people I talk to don't do contracts. I don't believe in contracts. I don't know what Andiasean does, and I'm not here to sway him, but
I don't.
Okay, cool. So the reason if you do a good exit interview, so what you're doing is really bridging that gap and letting them know, hey, I understand life's getting in the way. I get it. You just went through and told me this and this. I get it. But when you are ready, we want you back. So what I like to do is keep you on the email list. I'm going to throw out, you come do some free workouts or whatever. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to stay after you because I know that you got to exercise and you got to be healthy to live a long, healthy life. And if I give up on you, who else is going to be there?
Yeah.
And so if you have that conversation like that, you don't burn any bridges. But if you're doing contracts, and I know the industry, and I'm going to get some kickback on this, but if you're doing contracts, because I did them for years, what happens is one or two things happen. Either they're going to honor their contract and not come, which that bridge is broken. They're not coming back. They're just dodging you. If they see you in public, they're ducking their head. I know because they had that head duck before. I was like, hey, and they're just kind of running out. Or they just don't show up and they stop paying. And in the same case, if they run into you, they don't want to see you because they're embarrassed. So holding people there for money is not a good way. Just like going to a restaurant, you want to go because you love the food, not because their manager says, look, I'm going to give you a fantastic price for eating for a year if you only eat at my place. If you only eat at my place for next year, I'm going to give you a half price on everything. Well, that's going to be great until you get tired of it, get bad service. And you start getting bad service, you're going to be leaving. So same here. You've got to provide the service. You've got to build them up, and that's where the pay it forward programs come in. When you take a person, they get to a certain point, then you show them how to change somebody else's life, and they can able to do that. Dude, you're going to see some crazy things changing there. Freddie Flawless is doing it, and we'll have him on pretty soon. Some other clubs doing it, and it's really changed the aspect of their club when they actually take I'm actually going to try to put together webinars. I said it the last week, but I am working on it. I want to put together a webinar, actually step by step how that goes, how to talk about it when you first come into club, what to do next, and really build that whole program to where, your members are helping you run the club and your trainers and your employees are helping you run the club. And it's just an easy, great way to do things. But dude, thank you so much for taking your time out and doing this. I know you love the spotlight, so I knew it would be easy. I know you're
whatever.
Let me get Andiasean. He loves to talk.
I do love to talk.
So before we go, guys who just if you coming on now, if you want to be on our email list for the Fitness and Retention Conference, you click the link below in the comments, as Zach put in there. You'll not only get on the email list, but you'll also get the recordings of last year's speakers, so you get to go through all that. There was some amazing content last year, so take some time out, maybe watch a speaker a week or something. But there's some great speakers. James Simpson, I'm going to get him on the show too.
He's awesome.
Retention rate is over 95%, which is amazing. Kevin Geary was a great presenter there. We're actually bringing him back. He was such amazing. So yeah, definitely do that. Conference coming up September 22nd, 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia. And we hope you guys can definitely attend. Dude, I want to thank you again. Whoever tuned into this, I want to thank you guys. Even if this thing's recorded and you watch it later, please comment, please share. It still works. Facebook recognizes it, and it'll push this out. So, again, thank you very much. God bless you, big Andiasean Johnson, and everybody who's watching it. And look forward to talking to you guys next week.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Have a blessed day, man. Thank you.
All right, you too, man. All right.
Bye-bye.